What if the fate of Europe came down to one final charge? A last-minute cavalry assault against the might of the Ottoman Empire. In 1683, the largest army the Ottomans had ever sent west stood outside the gates of Vienna, threatening to conquer the heart of Europe. But what happened next would shock both empires and mark the beginning of a new world order. This is the true story of the Siege of Vienna, where a crumbling coalition of Christian armies, outnumbered and desperate, made a final stand that would change history forever. For centuries, the Ottoman Empire had been expanding steadily into southeastern Europe. By the 16th century, it had conquered Constantinople, the Balkans, Hungary, and large parts of the Mediterranean. Vienna, the capital of the Habsburg monarchy, had long been seen as the key to Central Europe. The first Ottoman siege of Vienna came in 1529 under Suleiman the Magnificent. Although it failed, it proved that the Ottomans were willing and able to strike deep into Christian Europe. Over the next 150 years, Europe remained divided. Protestant and Catholic states often fought each other instead of resisting the Ottomans. But by the 1680s, a second attempt to take Vienna was planned, this time under Grand Vizier Kara Mustafa Pasha. In 1683, the Ottomans assembled an army of over 100,000 men, perhaps as many as 150,000, and marched westward. Their goal was clear: take Vienna and open the way into the heart of Europe. Vienna's defenders numbered fewer than 20,000 soldiers, led by Count Ernst Rudiger von Starhemberg. The city was fortified, but it wasn't ready for such a massive siege. In July, the Ottomans encircled the city and began bombarding the walls. Tunnels were dug to plant explosives beneath the defenses. For 2 months, Vienna held out. But inside the city, supplies ran low. Disease and hunger spread. Outside, the Ottoman siege lines tightened. A final breakthrough seemed inevitable. But Europe was not ready to fall. A Holy League had been formed, a rare alliance of Christian states including the Holy Roman Empire, Poland, Lithuania, and various German and Italian principalities. Leading the combined relief force was King John III Sobieski of Poland, one of the most experienced military commanders of the era. In September, the relief army gathered near Vienna. Though smaller than the Ottoman forces, they had the element of surprise. On September 12, 1683, they launched a massive attack from the hills north of the city. After hours of brutal fighting, the turning point came in the afternoon, when over 3,000 Polish winged hussars led a cavalry charge down the hillside. It was one of the largest cavalry charges in history. They smashed into the Ottoman lines, broke their formation, and sent the enemy into full retreat. The siege was lifted. Vienna had survived. Kara Mustafa Pasha was executed by the Sultan for his failure. The Ottoman advance into Europe had been stopped permanently. In the years that followed, the Ottomans were pushed further back, and the Habsburgs rose as a dominant power in Central Europe. The 1683 Siege of Vienna marked the end of Ottoman expansion into Europe and the beginning of the empire's long decline. It was also a moment of rare unity in Europe, a coalition of rivals who came together to resist a common enemy. For centuries to come, this battle would be remembered not just for its military drama, but for its lasting impact on the map, the balance of power, and the future of the West. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and let us know in the comments what time in history we should cover next.